Hello everybody, this is Brendan from LemTask. In this video, I want to walk you through TickTick versus LemTask specifically for daily execution. Not a feature checklist, not a power user breakdown, just what it actually feels like to use every day when you're trying to get work done. Most of this video will focus on TickTick because that's where the real learning is. LemTask will come briefly later for contrast. So let's start with TickTick. TickTick didn't become complex overnight. It started simple, like most task tools. But over time, features were added. You have calendar views by month, by week, and so on. You have your Eisenhower matrix. You have your Pomodoro, which times. You have your habit tracker, and you have your countdown. There's also several lists that you can add and tags that you can put on different tasks. So you have different filters, different tags, different matrices. And here's the important part. Every single one of these features makes sense on its own. None of them are bad ideas. The issue isn't any single feature. It's what happens when all of them exist at the same time inside the same daily workflow. So as the tool grows, the mental surface area grows with it. And daily execution starts to feel heavier than it needs to be. Now watch this as I scroll through the sidebar. We're going to go into settings, count settings, features that you can switch on and off, change your appearance, set up different smart lists. You'll notice something subtle. There is a lot of places where you can just adjust how you work. You can change your layouts, toggle options, or customize flows. And what usually happens is this. Instead of doing tasks, people start tuning the system, just tweaking one thing, then another, and then another. Execution quietly gets replaced by configuration. Now, let's talk about choice overload. Imagine you sit down and start your day. You open TickTick, immediately questions appear. Do I work from the calendar or do I work from a list? Do I set up priority tags? Do I open today, a smart list, or a filtered view? None of these decisions are huge on their own, but they all happen before you do any real work. That is the friction. When you have to decide how to work before you can work, momentum drops. This is where many users eventually quit. Not because TickTick is bad, not because it's broken. They quit because the tool becomes mentally expensive. You stop opening it every day, you rebuild your setup, you start fresh again and again, and the cycle goes on. And eventually, you move on to something else. It's not a failure of discipline. It's a system that slowly asks too much from daily execution. For context, this is how we do this in LemTask, which is the tool we use ourselves. Going to open LemTask. So notice what's missing first. There are fewer views, fewer decisions, and less customization. That is intentional. There's one clear execution flow. You open it, look at my task according to due, and check it off. So you actually see what matters most today, and you act. You're not constantly deciding how to organize work. The structure is already decided for you. This keeps daily execution lightweight and repeatable. So here's the real difference. TickTick is flexible, powerful, and feature-rich. But over time, that flexibility can slow execution. LemTask is minimal and opinionated. It sacrifices options to protect daily momentum. Neither approach is wrong. They're just built for very different people. If you want to see this approach in full, LemTask is linked below.